Hello, it's Giles here from 101 Part-Time Jobs. If you like what we're doing and you'd like to support us, you can. For £1, £4 or £10 a month at our Patreon, patreon.com/101 Part-Time Jobs. You can help support our independent production. We are so happy with the way this is going. We appreciate all of you listening and watching our episodes. So thank you for being here. If you'd like to take it that one step further, you can. That's at patreon.com/101 Part-Time Jobs. Cheers.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m. We can help you sell, market, and hire in one place. We cannot help you be in 3 places at once. And while we can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business on LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/smallbusiness.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
I've done over 550 episodes of this show with amazing people.
That's incredible, man.
And
that's incredible. 550.
It's a different conversation for every single person. And I think maybe the best place to start from trial and error, my biggest place to start.
Shows. Oh my gosh.
It's how do you think you've been able to do it? Like what has allowed you to keep on, to make this record, Remember the Humans, but to keep on playing live pretty consistently. And this could be, just tell me what first it comes to your mind, but I'm thinking, is it like practical stuff like finance and being, having the structure? Is it that emotional, or spiritual, I need to do this? Like, where does it come from? What is it?
I want to do it. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of people. It's a lot of communication. It's a lot of miscommunication.
Yeah.
Especially now that we're all older, people have changed. Some for the better, some not so much. It's all perspective. You go two paths as you age. You go towards the truth, or you go towards protection from the truth. I think the reason we came back is we got together and we made a choice. We made a choice that we wanted to come back. And in that decision, you have a responsibility. And that responsibility is know what you're coming back into. Though we have new management and we have new crew, and that for me, just to teach everyone again how this operation works, I'm through with it. I've done it so many times, and I found on this trip alone, I thought, okay, I really don't have the patience now to explain what I need. So
that's not arrogance.
No, it's not arrogance.
That's not you being a diva. That's
no.
This has happened for so long.
I can only have limited amount of needs.
Yeah.
From a financial perspective, and because there's so many people, but when I find myself in situations that have happened so many times that all you have to do is explain, I don't have the explanation in me anymore. And that's my fault. I have to take ownership over the fact that that's part of this job that I wish, in retrospect, this band was much better at keeping people around. But because it's kind of two bands, it's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of work. And the payback is the people, the audience.
Yeah.
The audience that listens, that takes us into their lives, that takes the time, that has been with us, that is just getting introduced to us. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
And that's why our crew does it, our management, the labels, our agents. We all do it for the same reason. We do it for the people.
When you're writing the tune, when you were writing the new record, did you have that in mind? Did you have that mental picture of playing it in front of people?
Yeah, always. Even when I work with other bands, I say, you picture yourself.
Yeah.
The Tragically Hip guys taught me something. I asked all of them individually what they wanted from this record we were working on. This band out of Canada, I hope everybody knows them. They should. And I'd never really done that before. I never really sat and asked each member, what do you want? And they all just said, we would love to have 4 songs from this record that we could play live. And what I understood that to mean is they wanted some fresh blood within their licks and their hooks and their beats. And I really took to that after they said that. So coming into Hug of Thunder, because I was around the time I was working with them, I thought the same thing. When we would approach songs, I would say, okay, how do I see these live? And with this record, I was very excited.
I think when you've done so many like years and you've got so much into like that workflow of just, you know, all the work that goes into even just turning up and being there, to have that headspace, that headroom to think, okay, what do I actually want from this now? That's like, I can imagine that's you need to give yourself enough space and time to think about that.
Yeah, I think you've hit it right there. And the idea that if you do allow space within the realm of it being a very crowded room, which this band is, it's another member. Space becomes another member.
It makes way for a new member.
Yeah, and it's I don't think we never chased anything. We probably could have benefited by doing that a little more, but it wasn't a defense mechanism to not chase. We just came up with the same mentality of don't chase it.
And is that being in, and I've seen you in interviews before talk about how, and that middle class of music is huge, but you see yourself as part of that middle class of music.
I know someone told me recently you should stop saying that, but I thought, I can't.
I think it's inspiring as well.
Yeah, I want to be there because that's where we're at.
And you're not a radio rock band. And also radio rock has changed so much in the last 20, 30 years.
We just don't have the money for it. That's it. Payola is alive and well and huge. It's a wild, wild west, especially in the world of social media. But if people don't think Payola is not still going, it's going stronger than it's ever gone. And once the mainstream and the main people that run the mainstream start getting the data and the numbers, then we're truly going to be in a horrific position.
The way I think about this, and I'm sort of, I was going to say to a fault, but I actually don't think that's true. I think that's other people who have made me to feel like that to a fault. When I was younger, I was super positive about so many stuff, even when things would go wrong. But the other side to that story is that it's going to, like, cool local shows aren't going to stop happening.
It's the best part of it.
Me and Porrick, we're going to go down our street and drink a can on the way down and have the best night of our lives.
You were so right.
For 20 quid.
You were so
seeing
right.
This local band.
It has to break for it to, within all that is wrong, that's when right grows again. And we're seeing it in Toronto right now because Toronto pushed everybody out and really went for the money and built all these. Now they're like, they have to deal with the condo situation because people are not moving in. So they overpriced and they overbuilt and they put us all on top of each other. Recently, through conversations again with my wife, partner, security guard lover, we were realizing that some landlords now are dropping rent, trying to get communities to come back because people aren't paying these prices and these buildings are empty. And that's one of the first signs you see where you go, oh my gosh, maybe scenes will start to be built again. Everything goes in a loop. We know this. And this is what's happening live in front of us on a daily basis. I said the other day on stage, I'm not telling you not to dance. I'm just telling you, be careful what you dance to. Because we need to dance more than ever, but we don't need to dance to what the algorithms are telling us to dance to. That's when you become part of the herd mentality.
There's action there.
Yeah.
Like, we are all responsible for that action. If you're in a band or if you're in a fan or you run a record label of any size, like, it's actually quite radical action to do the fucking thing.
Well, it's just like friendship. What a protest that is these days. To actually have friends and be strong within your friends and have understanding and empathy and compassion with your friends, and not all have the, a lot of the times beliefs bring you together, listening to music brings you together. But I think music is the strongest force that's supposed to bring together, even if their beliefs aren't aligned or they don't have the same religions or government followings. Music was something that was always there to connect everyone. And I think the divide really became louder than ever through, obviously, social media and everybody getting a microphone. and music took a hit for it. It really, really, really took an art form that was based around identity and community started to turn on itself through the notion of everyone's able to say and react and be defensive, and a song is just supposed to be sung.
Because not everyone gets to be around people who don't look like them, who are from a different economic background to them, a different regional background to them. It brings people together when you're actually face to face, rubbing shoulders with people who aren't just like you.
I went to art school, so I was privileged enough to go there and just have it happen there in real time of being a teenager. But yeah, I mean, I went to a Taylor Swift concert. I wanted to see what the phenomenon was about. I got invited.
Yeah.
Great company invited me, so I wanted to be with them that night. I thought I knew 4 or 5 songs. Turns out I know 26.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved it. It was insane. And the vibe in this Sky Dome that her and her crew did 6 nights, it was unreal. The city changed. The impact was massive. And my only complaint was it was rich. That was it. But I know that, I mean, I don't know the crew of Taylor Swift or who's running her show, but I know them enough in the empathy that I felt in that building that they've got to be having. They must have a program for cheaper tickets. And they have to. Yeah. Because she's just so, cooler than Jesus, Taylor Swift.
There's got to be a conversation. Those things got to be affordable because, and this is a bit of a depressing note, isn't it? But if people are going to go to a Taylor Swift concert that summer, they're probably not going to go to that's going to be the one big gig they go to.
Well, because it costs so much. Yes, it is. And that's what's happening. And that's going to hopefully rebalance itself as well. But it will only happen if the whole idea of surge pricing becomes illegal, which
it looks like it could.
It could. I know. I'm really looking forward to that. We have a thing in Toronto. I don't know what your real estate market's like here, but I've always said the real estate market really introduced that people will pay because we have bidding wars. So here's the price, you bid on it, and then you can keep going. And it should be illegal. It should be highly illegal, but it's not. So now, not only is it going to start happening when we go shopping, whatever you buy at 2 p.m. is going to be different than 5:30 p.m.
That's what Amazon does.
Yeah.
Amazon will push up the things. They've got their own kind of mini ecosystems.
Well, this will be part of what will break because we can't function with 2 classes, upper and upper. We can't function. The system, and this is what so many people are excited for AI for, is to replace so that those 2 tiers can keep going. But it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
it's not. I'm here to tell you. That's why I flew all the way out here to do this interview with you. Okay, guess what? AI, it's not going to work. It's not
going to change.
And there's someone right now going, he's a fucking idiot.
What do you care about? I think about one of the big jobs of being an artist is keeping in view what you care about and being able to see it.
Yeah.
Not a blurry image of it, but a real.
Yeah.
You can see the corners of it. What do you care about?
People.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always. It's always about people for me. I get to say, don't let them weaponize community. I get to say, remember, you've got to help each other out. I get to say, have empathy. Find some compassion. You don't necessarily have to have an understanding, but you have to try. You have to try to understand. And I get to do it with incredible people on stage with me. Reluctantly, they let me. But no, I have a very wonderful life at my 50th year. I've lost friends. Friends I wish were here. And that comes with that double-edged sword of you don't want to waste your time, and also you want people to understand that we're not wasting time. Everyone in this band, we have never lost anyone in this band, and there's some people that I think could stand to lose someone close to them, so they have a better understanding of what friendship is. But unfortunately, that's probably going to be me, so I don't want that just yet.
Why do you think it's you?
Because it's always the one that's advocating for,
It's like almost hubris.
Yeah, it's just that's the stereotype of how it goes. You're the ones like, come on, everybody, let's just get along. Well, he's dead, and we should have listened to him. So,
do you remind yourself? Does you talk about singing about telling people to love each other, this empathy, understanding. Yeah. Do you find that helps you as well? Do that in your own life?
Yeah, I mean, it helps me look at things like water. No, but I mean it. I do. I look at water and I say, wow, all the people that don't have access to water.
For sure.
You know, we're Canadian. We live in the guilt of land back. And we live in the guilt of we've taken water from the people who built our country. And in that aspect, if you look at it from an indigenous community aspect, you're living in denial every day you get up. You know, I have land. I was able, privileged, and worked hard to be able to buy 11 acres. And I look at those acres when I wake up and I think I had a real problem. And my brother, who lives close by, it's one of the reasons I moved out there. And also my mom was sick at the time, and my dad very much helped me find this house. And I wanted to get my mom out there more before she died. So I look at that land, and the only thing I can say is, okay, I bought the privilege to take care of this land. It's not mine.
It's not your land.
No. Yeah. It's a way to just help that guilt a little bit. You're like, I just need to negotiate with myself.
Yeah.
I have a lot of
we all do a lot of that. We
indigenous buddies. You always put on the shoe of good and evil. There's two pairs, man. You know, you got the good and evil, left and right, on your feet, and it's how you navigate and carry yourself and treat people. Do you walk over homeless people? I don't. Do you?
No, I buy them a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Buy a cup of tea and get them a sandwich.
You try to do what you can.
Yeah, you have a chat with them. You sit down with them.
We've become sociopathic in what we need to achieve to afford what we want.
Unless you're living in the woods naked, you do things, you're part of things that are big picture bad.
Yeah, and then even then you can get a tick, get Lyme disease, and boom, lose your hair and you're sick. Listen to Avril Lavigne tunes going, how did she make it through?
Most of you watching or listening to this will know someone, if it's not yourself, who plays in a band, puts out music, and are sometimes confused about the way it works. Well, DistroKid is here to help. Now, as well as being able to put out your music, you can get your t-shirts printed there. You can create a merch store in minutes, no upfront costs. DistroKid takes care of all the printing, shipping and support, so you don't get waylaid by the logistics, and you can focus more on writing and putting out good music, right? And just like the distribution, DistroKid never takes a cut, and the artists, you keep 100% of your earnings. It's that simple. Head to distrokid.com/direct. Select the type of products that you want. You can get mugs, shirts, tote bags, and then pick up your album artwork and the price that you want to sell your merch for. Head to distrokid.com/direct. You know, what's your, definition of, a big question, but definition of success? And like, is it a feeling? Is it like a number?
It's honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the biggest success.
The breadth of honesty.
Yeah, just if you're honest,
you feel good.
You're living.
Did you have any times during the band where you were like, can I keep on doing this?
Oh, yesterday. Honestly though, yesterday.
Yeah.
I got a fortune cookie in New York on Friday night. It's Monday morning, or Monday afternoon, or Monday morning. I don't know what time it is.
Does that?
It said run. And then on the way over here, I'll show you after. It's on my phone. There's a huge mural, spray paint. It said run. And I'm really worried.
Yeah.
Though I love this, I might not,
You believe in superstitions?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Have you lived your life according to your superstitions?
I've fought them and made my life complicated. Intuition. Do you follow it? Do you talk yourself out of it? Do you protect yourself from it? Do you know you're doing something wrong, but it feels so right you should do it? Oh, gosh. So
I do a lot on intuition.
I heard a lot of people when I didn't follow my intuition. I heard a lot of people.
When you didn't?
Yeah. So that's something that makes you turn around and say, you know what? I can't be doing that.
But intuition's different to superstition as well. I mean, I used to have a thing where I've flipped my light switch on and off 9 times. I mean, I blew the fuse on that thing so many times because I thought that's what make today a better day. I had a thing where depending on which foot I got to the top of the stairs on, that would tell me if something bad was about to happen or not. That's that's not a good way to
you mean
live.
OCD?
Yeah, I hesitate. I mean, people have different types of OCD. You know,
I have OCD.
Yeah,
I have it all. I love it now when people are like, I'm getting diagnosed with ADHD. It's no shit. I could have told you that.
How does it realize itself for you?
It's the way I work. I'm last minute. If I think about it too much, I feel like I've ruined it. I think that's been the hardest part about being in relationships, in my life, is that I am a bouncing ball, and I try to soak up the most I can.
You're impressionable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My dad won't let me go anywhere, big purchases or anything. My brother, I remember one time I said, I gotta go look at cars. I need to trade in this car and lease it. No, don't go without us. Don't go without, because I'll just take them at face value for whatever. I like to be generous, and I don't like money to have anything to do with any kind of situation where it gets weird. I just don't. If I can get it, I'll get the bill. If I can pay someone what they're worth, I'll pay them what they're worth. I mean, we're doing music, right? So it's basically you're getting a quarter of what you were worth, because now with labels, they want you to make all the videos. Yeah, you have to do everything now. You got to, it's social. You got to hire, social. You got to do all the social media. You got to get all the content. You got to go vertical, not horizontal, which is heartbreaking. I'm a horizontal human. I'm not a vertical human.
And that's directly at odds with the music industry.
Kudos to Summer, who does our social media, because we brought her on through our management, Jake. He brought her in, and first of all, she's intuitive. You have to trust someone's intuition with that.
Trust is huge.
It was interesting. There was some sign-up thing. That was what made me chat with her for the first time, and we had a really good chat. And it's going to be one of those stories I tell you where I come out looking cool. But it was a sign-up list for the record, and she said, all the cool kids are signing up. And I called her and I said, we don't have anything to do with the cool kids. So you can't write that, because right now, in our life, it's the losers who are the most honest, and that's who we want to be with.
Hell yeah.
And she said, I got it. And from there, we've been building our relationship just to sort of, I want her to be free to do whatever. I don't want to be caught up in the addiction of it all, but I have a problem right now. I got on TikTok a year ago to check it out. TikTok for me is what I used to do on the road all the time when I got a hotel room. I would just go into my room, turn on the television, and if it had 300 channels, it was heaven to me. I would just flick, because it's calmed me. It started to just take my nervous system, and so TikTok came out, and I went, oh my God. And I just started, Godfather Part 2 for 1 minute. The cop that gives that woman a hug, I'll watch that 7 times. And then the guys who give up money to people, I'm in my bed at 2 a.m. like, this is so beautiful. I can't believe they gave him $10,000. Yeah. I watch that stuff through, and what it does is it calms my nervous system, but it's melting my brain, and it's going straight into my addiction, because I'm an addict. So I now realize this telephone of mine is the strongest, largest addiction I've ever had in my life.
And you're part of the mainstream there. I want to talk about, like, it resonates, the band, with losers. It resonates with us.
Yeah, I consider myself a loser a lot of the times.
And when you're on TikTok, like, you can be a loser on TikTok, but then you are, in my mind, you are still going into the mainstream that way. I just think about how the time I need, like, the bored. You need those bored afternoons to listen to those records, or to come across Fugazi.
And TikTok takes you away from that.
Or TikTok is away from that.
It has great. I mean, the Julie Durand story. Julie Durand from Eric's Trip. Julie Durand, one of the great songwriters out there, let alone from our country of Canada. And even the same thing happened with us. But the kids just gravitated to a song of hers from a 96 album, her first solo record, and something like 37,000 monthly listeners, or 49,000, 82 million people came on board and listened to 8.2 million. Sorry. In fact, we could look it up. Pass my phone. I want to get it right. I used Julie as an example because then suddenly I saw the TV Glow came out.
Yeah. You got to check on that.
Well, Yule covered Anthems.
I watched it last night.
Great film, and just the community alone found protection. They found safety in that song and made it go viral.
Was it on the film first before TikTok? Do you know? Was it on the film then TikTok found about it through the film?
I think through the film. Yeah.
Are you at festival? If you're playing next to The Cure.
Oh God.
If Robert Smith walks past, would you put your hand out and be like, "Hey, I'm Kevin"?
Well, he would say hello.
Yeah.
Because that's how lovely that gentleman is.
He seems very cool.
Yeah, I fortunately, everyone I've met has been so kind and incredible. And that whole idea, don't meet your heroes. I say, well, maybe don't spend too much time with your heroes but always salute them. Yeah. For me, it's directors. That's when I get starstruck.
Okay.
Any director, I'm like, I met Paul Thomas Anderson one time, and I kind of blacked out and said some stuff, and then I turned around to my partner at the time and said, "How did that go?" She went, "You have some parsley in your teeth." Sam Raimi, or how you say his last name, ran into him in a lineup in the airport and started panicking. And I was with Brendan Canning from Social Scene. He said, "Just tell him you love." And I just went up to him and went, "My man, Evil Dead 2 and onward." So Bill Pope, the DOP. Okay. I got to, because of Edgar Wright. God bless Edgar. I actually met Paul Thomas Anderson through Edgar and Bill Pope through Edgar. Edgar's been such a driving force of cinema in my life since we worked with him on Scott Pilgrim. Right. That film. Yeah. 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 Over here in London. Love Edgar. Love his films. Think he's probably one of the best out there. Deserves to be able to make anything he wants, but that's not the case I see a lot of the times. Running Man was the last thing he did. The last thing he did, but he's got great music taste. Oh gosh, you should see his end of year lists. Oh, I always pay attention to. Me too. I'm always looking at Edgar's lists. No, and a huge supporter. A huge supporter to so many of you. Yes, it was support. He came into Toronto with Nigel Godrich, and they just big up the Toronto music scene, and we all ended up working on that film. And awesome. It was really lovely. But what was I saying about all that? Why did we go? I was asking if you put your hand out and say hi. And yes, I went through the line before our show at Rough Trade in New York, said hi to everybody, and then, I went through the line again and signed everything for everybody because you want to just say to them thank you. Yeah, that's very cool. I don't need to sit in a green room. Yeah, I'll just go to the people and say I appreciate this because they're the ones that are giving me this life, and in a small little way, I just want to let them know I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you giving us the time for this. Oh man! Because the philosophy behind the show is to get a document of how people feel and the reason why people do things and how they think about what they do. Because I know a lot of the time there's a lot of assumed knowledge, I think, in how people write music or think about it. I think we are living in a time where the curtain's being pulled back on that. We do see we see how the sausage is made, but we also see like the beautiful things we didn't get to see that might have been masked by a magazine feature. Yeah. There's humanity. This show is built on humanity. That's what I'm doing. We got our record, Remember the Humans. That's why I'm on your show. I love your vibe. Yeah. It's very, it's as if we've known each other for years. No, it's only 2 PM. It's not 3 AM in the kitchen. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank God. I would be asleep. I haven't been there for years. Horror does it all the time. Yeah. He does it. I live through him. The band is the reason the songs get written, and I think I'm grateful that I have all this talent. Yeah. And we decided to, make a choice to keep going. And I love the record we made. David Neufeld, our producer, we came up with him. And you and him had a similar thing going on during the making of the records. With our moms. But honestly, a couple other band members by the time we were done lost their moms too. And even Evan lost both his parents. So there is something to be said, because when we did Hug of Thunder, we lost Sammy's father and Ariel's father and Andrew's father. So now it's the mother side, which I find strange. 9 years later, the moms are going. But when we make these records, there's something aligned with them, with the loss of parents. And I think, are both your parents still alive? Yeah. There's something so profound I can't explain to you, that you lose a parent, and it's there's a lot of education around it that you pay attention to after you lose one, but it's life-changing. My life changed when my mother died. It just did. And being here, arriving in England, because she's from England, she's from Dagenham,
Okay.
in Romford area.
Dagenham and Redbridge.
Yeah. My dad's from London, so just arriving here yesterday morning from New York, and as soon as I land, my whole entire metabolism feels like I'm home. And it was Mother's Day in North America yesterday.
Yeah.
So to be here in that realm, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me, the UK.
Just to end with, Kevin,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like work
Yeah.
fuck-ups.
Okay.
And I think when you're playing in bands and you're working bitty jobs in between tours.
Yeah.
So I think this is probably a two-sided question for you. There's like maybe earlier days where maybe you were losing money or breaking even
Yeah.
coming back from tour. And you're like, well, I've got 3 weeks at home. So what do I do? Do I lie and say that, do I get a job and lie to my boss and say I'm never going away? Or how did you get through those times? You know, where there wasn't like, you know, rent money after tour.
I never truly experienced that. I didn't start till I was 27, and I didn't really start until I knew it was going to work.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't
I didn't
take
go on the road.
big
And
risks.
no, a lot of guys in this band did. A lot of them are older. Brendan did. Jason Collette. Feist. She got a van when she was 18.
Is that the punk rock thing?
Yeah. So that was definitely in our band, Andrew Whiteman. But I never did it. I would stay local and play instrumental shows, art shows. But
Sleep in your own bed.
I can tell you, when I used to work at a bar called the Mockingbird, and I went from busboy to bartender to doorman to security. I had all the jobs. Yeah. And then when we were making You Forgotten People, I needed a job fast. I was working at a bar that was a doubles bar that one of the owners, Carrie from the Mockingbird, opened, but my dad was kind of like, you need a job. So he set me up with someone who worked with them's brother, Jeff Lowe, who got me in as a PA. So I worked on film sets. And the first thing I did was a commercial with Mariah Carey because it was, there was a huge strike going on, but it was a Japanese sort of energy drink. So they were able to have a loophole.
Yeah.
And they came to Toronto, and we shot in the studio in Etobicoke, Ontario. And we all show up and set up the day before. It's in a studio. And they happen to have speakers, and I happen to have my, 200 disc, remember you used to have those binders with all your CDs in them?
Yeah.
And
you could even put in the slot in there behind the CD, yeah.
Oh, boom. You put the
inlay.
cover behind the CD. Yeah, you're right. There you go. So I had my little disc book, and I started playing tunes. And the production manager, lovely man, Michael Korchinski, said, okay, this is cool. And then the next morning, I did it again because my job was done. I had done everything. And he walked up to me and said, this is nice, but when the people come, like the people who are doing the clients, excuse them, you got to stop this. I said, sure. And I'm dropping Sam Prekop solo record, playing some Moax Ninja Tune, a little C feel, little lovely Aphex. I'm going in.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see the clients arrive. He comes over and he screams at me. He goes, what did I, like one of these, like grinding your teeth? And I've never been really yelled at by this dude yet. And he said, I told you not to play music when the clients arrive. Oh, shit. I screwed up. Oh, my God. 2 minutes later, he comes back. He said, I'm sorry. I should not have yelled at you like that. I went, it's okay, man. I shouldn't have been playing. He goes, actually, no, the clients really like it. Keep DJing. So
That's funny,
we weren't supposed to work. We weren't supposed to look at Mariah Carey. We weren't supposed to look at her. We were told, don't look at her in the eyes.
Wow.
So she comes on the set and then she kicks a soccer ball, and I ended up being the guy that collects the soccer ball for her. I'm about 26 years old. And then she makes a point to say, I have the best legs in the biz.
You do.
No, Mariah, she's
does.
talking out loud to everyone and the director, and they're all, and she's, I have the best legs. And he goes, you do? She goes, I do. Just ask him. And she pointed to me, and she looked straight at me, and I said, she does. All right. That was our first. She said, yeah, listen to that guy. Because I was right sort of beside her as she was kicking this ball.
Yeah.
Then she took a nap. So as one does, you rack thousands of dollars onto the budget so you can have a nap. And then I started spinning reggae. some beautiful. My friend Eric Yalen always set me up with just classic old school reggae CDs. He was one of the first people to go around the community in Jamaica and everywhere and start digitizing this music for all these guys, all these artists out there.
Yeah.
And they were really getting introduced to, this is the next thing that's coming. We're talking 2001, I guess, or 2002. The vibe's amazing. The whole crew's chilling outside. She walks out from the studio. She has the biggest grin. Her security guard's behind her. And she has this smile. And she walks in where we're all hanging. The beautiful day. Reggae's playing. And the fucking place clears out. And I go over and I just sort of start turning. And she looks at me and I said, Miss Carey, I'm sorry. They told us not to look at you. And they told us not to be around you. So that's why everybody left. Or we would have still hung out. And she just smiled at me and walked away. And then the security guard came up to me and he went, "You've got balls." And I said, she looked hurt. He went, "She was." Oh. Isn't that lovely?
That's really nice.
I've never told that on air before. That's my Mariah Carey story.
That's a great story.
These people then hired me the whole way through the beginning of Broken Social Scene touring. I would come back off tour.
Yeah.
And I would only work with these two guys because they wanted to keep me to themselves because... And I didn't know what I was doing, but they just kept bringing me. And I did a lot of WWE.
Yeah.
I have a time where I was running around a corner. We were doing it was Raw, and it was in Toronto. And I had to get something. They're like, shit, bring it. Like, they were filming, and they sent me to run and get something, I don't know, a battery or something in the other room. And I came whipping around the corner, and I've never been picked up before in my life while running. And this man picked me up and then slammed me against the wall, and it was security guards for Rock, and he was quite young at the time, and then I went, "Whoa, I'm so sorry. I work here. I'm a PA," and I showed him my badge, and the Rock goes, "Dude, put him down, man." And he went, "You okay?" I went, "I'm fine. I'm so sorry. I should." He goes, "Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry." I went, "Thank you." So then I stuck by that guy for years. I watched that Tooth Fairy film. Anything he was in, I said,
he's got a great
amazing.
reputation.
Yeah, he was so kind in that moment that I thought, okay, I'm a Rock fan now.
Love it.
But yeah, we used to do a lot of WWE.
There's some great stories. You've got two amazing job references. You've got Mariah Carey and you've got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I don't like to name drop.
Hey, we've run out of time. Thanks so much, Kevin.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, here, do
Good
this,
chat.
do this.
Sorry.
No,
hope you feel better as well.
I'm always on the cusp of feeling better.
Crystallized ginger.
Crystallized ginger
is my thing.
Got it.
Smash it.
We're out there. We're doing it.
So that was Kevin Drew of Broken Social Scene here on 101 Part-Time Jobs. Broken Social Scene's new record, Remember the Humans, is out now, and it's an excellent, excellent listen. They're on tour this summer, playing around the States and Canada. They'll be back in Europe and the UK in September and October. Go pick up a ticket to go see them live. Amazing band live. Appreciate you being here. We've had loads of great guests on 101 recently. Stuart Lee, Nats, Arlo Parks, Nothing, Truman Sinclair. He's someone you should know. I'm really into him. And coming up, we got Piss, who are a great band from Vancouver. Sublime, I spoke with Jacob Knoll when they were recently in London. And Kingfisher, and that's out next Tuesday. And you know how to get them. Click subscribe. Cheers.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistant's assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Hello, it's Giles here from 101 Part-Time Jobs. If you like what we're doing and you'd like to support us, you can. For £1, £4 or £10 a month at our Patreon, patreon.com/101 Part-Time Jobs. You can help support our independent production. We are so happy with the way this is going. We appreciate all of you listening and watching our episodes. So thank you for being here. If you'd like to take it that one step further, you can. That's at patreon.com/101 Part-Time Jobs. Cheers.